Hey, what's going on, everyone? Hope you're doing great today. Happy Saturday. We got 15 matchups on this MLB slate today. So be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my links in the description below. Um, Become a member. Go ahead and sign up with Bro Throw, guys. Join my private betting group on there. Going to be posting some plays on there this weekend, so I'd love to have you guys tune into that. So go ahead and check that out. And yeah, guys, we'll hop in it. Busy slate today, a lot of action on the board. Starting with the Tampa Bay Rays versus the New York Yankees. Yankees opening up as home favorites at minus 115. The Rays minus 105 with the over-under at 7.5. Pitching for the Rays is Corey Kluber with an ERA of 4.00. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Pitching for the Yankees is Jamison Tylon with an ERA of 3.95. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Tampa on a 4-game winning streak, beating the Yankees yesterday 4-2. They're 9-1 in their last 10. They're playing great baseball right now. I'm pretty even pitching matchup here. So I'm taking Rays plus 1.5 on the road. They're playing such good baseball here, coming off a win yesterday against the Yankees. I'll take a shot with the Rays plus 1.5. Next matchup, we got the San Francisco Giants versus the Chicago Cubs. Giants opening up as road favorites at minus 120. The Cubs plus 100 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for the Giants is Logan Webb with an ERA of 3.21. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Pitching for the Cubs is Marcus Stroman with an ERA of 3.73. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Yeah, Cubs coming off a 4-2 win against the Giants yesterday. Giants on a 5-game losing streak, playing pretty bad right now. Yeah, I mean, they're 1-9 on the road, just not getting it done whatsoever. Stroman coming off a 0-run game, 2 solid games in a row on the mound here. I'm going to take Cubs plus 1.5 at home, coming off the win yesterday. Giants struggling. Give me Cubs plus 1.5. Next matchup, we have the Chicago White Sox versus the Oakland Athletics. White Sox opening up as road favorites at minus 190. Oakland plus 155 with the over-under at 7.5. Pitching for the White Sox is Lance Lynn with an ERA of 4.34. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 11 strikeouts. Pitching for Oakland is Adrian Martinez with an ERA of 4.37. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 4 strikeouts. White Sox on a 3-game winning streak. Back-to-back wins against Oakland. Oakland on a 4-game losing streak. Not really getting it done here. Lance Lynn coming off 3 really good starts on the mound here. Yeah, I'm taking White Sox on the road, playing good, been the better team in this series, and Oakland just struggling here. Give me White Sox on the road. Next matchup with the Detroit Tigers versus the Kansas City Royals. Royals opening up as home favorites at minus 115. Detroit minus 105 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for Detroit is Matt Manning with an ERA of 3.86. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Pitching for the Royals is Jonathan Heasley with an ERA of 4.98. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 2 strikeouts. We got Detroit on a 2-game winning streak, beating Kansas City yesterday 10-2. Pretty ugly matchup, honestly. I mean, Heasley's been all right here. So is Matt Manning. Can't say I'm very interested in this matchup here. I'm gonna take a shot with Detroit plus 1.5 on the road. Not in love with it, but coming off a win yesterday, maybe it's a little momentum for Detroit here on a 2-game winning streak. Give me Detroit plus 1.5. Next matchup, we have the Boston Red Sox versus the Baltimore Orioles. Boston opening up as road favorites at -120. Baltimore -105 with the over/under at 8.5. Pitching for the Red Sox is Michael Wacha with an ERA of 2.58. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Pitching for the Orioles is Jordan Lyles with an ERA of 4.25. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Boston on a 4-game losing streak. Rough stretch for Boston here, losing to Baltimore 2-3 yesterday. I'm liking the Orioles here at home. Lyles coming off 2 good games on the mound here. Give me Orioles +1.5. Next matchup, we have the Washington Nationals versus the Philadelphia Phillies. Phillies opening up as home favorites at -250. The Nationals +200 with the over/under at 8.5. Pitching for the Nationals is Eric Fedde with an ERA of 5.08. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 2 strikeouts. Pitching for the Phillies is Ranger Suarez with an ERA of 3.52. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Washington losing to the Phillies yesterday 5-3. Phillies 3-1 in their last 4. Washington 0-6 against the Phillies. So they've been struggling against the Phillies and on the road against the Phillies. Taking Phillies at home. You know what to do with the Nationals. Throw some plus money on them. Throw them in a round robin or straight bet, honestly, because they've been sneakily good. Their +1.5 is +105. So, I honestly don't hate that here, but we're taking Phillies at home in this one. Next matchup, we have the New York Mets versus the Miami Marlins. Mets opening up as road favorites at -150. Miami +140 with the over/under at 7.5. Pitching for the Mets is Carlos Carrasco with an ERA of 3.84. His last start, he pitched 2 innings, gave up 1 run, had 2 strikeouts. Pitching for the Marlins is Pablo Lopez with an ERA of 3.72. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Mets coming off a 6-3 loss against Miami yesterday. Miami on a 2-game winning streak right now. Pretty even pitching duel here. Lopez, coming off 2 2-run games. Carrasco coming off a 1-run game. Man, I just don't know about the Marlins, man. I really don't. They've started to hit in their last 2 games. On a 2-game winning streak here. I'm going to take Marlins +1.5 at home. I think they're starting to get it together now. They're actually able to hit the ball pretty decent. So, we'll take Marlins +1.5. Next matchup, we have the Toronto Blue Jays versus the Texas Rangers. Blue Jays opening up as road favorites at -200. The Rangers +165 with the over/under at 8. Pitching for the Blue Jays is Kevin Gausman with an ERA of 3.12. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Pitching for the Rangers is Kohei Arihara with an ERA of 5.29. His last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Toronto beating the Rangers yesterday 4-3, 8-2 in their last 10. They're playing very good on this little run they're on. Rangers 1-9 in their last 10. It's just been rough for the Rangers. Not in love with that. Arihara coming off a 6-run game. Give me the Blue Jays on the road. Next matchup, we have the Cincinnati Reds versus the Milwaukee Brewers. Brewers opening up as home favorites at -235. The Reds +185 with the over/under at 8.5. Pitching for the Reds is Chase Anderson with an ERA of 12.60. His last start, he pitched 2 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Pitching for the Brewers is Adrian Hauser with an ERA of 4.83. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 2 strikeouts. The Reds on a 3-game winning streak, beating the Brewers yesterday 8-2. Solid win for the Reds. That's the thing with the Brewers, man. When they're big favorites, they are just so unreliable, and you hate to see it. We have Anderson coming off a 0-run game. Don't let his ERA fool you. He's only pitched twice this season. His first game, he gave up 5 runs. Wasn't the best. But coming off a good game. And I just simply don't trust the Brewers, man. They're too expensive. Reds coming off a dominating win yesterday. Give me Reds plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Cleveland Guardians versus the Minnesota Twins. Guardians opening up as road favorites at minus 125. The Twins plus 105 with the over-under at 7.5. Pitching for the Guardians is Tristan McKenzie with an ERA of 3.18. His last start, he pitched 5 innings. Gave up 2 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Pitching for the Twins is Chris Archer with an ERA of 4.47. His last start, he pitched 5 innings. Gave up 2 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Cleveland beating Minnesota 7-6 in yesterday's matchup. They're 3-1 in their last 4. Minnesota's 3-7 in their last 10. They're kind of struggling here. And I think I'm going to lean with Cleveland on the road here. A close game yesterday, but playing well in their last 4. Minnesota struggling a good bit here. I'm going to take the Guardians on the road. Next matchup, we have the Los Angeles Angels versus the Houston Astros. Astros opening up as home favorites at minus 140. The Angels plus 120 with the over-under at 7. Pitching for the Angels is Shohei Ohtani with an ERA of 2.58. His last start, he pitched 8 innings, gave up 1 run, had 5 strikeouts. Pitching for the Astros is Jose Urquidy with an ERA of 3.51. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Houston, beating the Angels yesterday 4-3, 8-2 in their last 10. Angels on a 2-game losing streak here, 1-4 on the road against Houston. Pretty good pitching matchup here. Both pitchers pitching very well. I'm taking Houston at home. I just don't trust the Angels, man. I really don't. I'm taking Houston at home in this one. Next matchup, we have the St. Louis Cardinals versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. Cardinals opening up as road favorites at minus 200. The Pirates plus 170 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for the Cardinals is Jack Flaherty with an ERA of 3.46. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 6 strikeouts. Pitching for the Pirates is JT Brubaker with an ERA of 4.35. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 5 strikeouts. We got St. Louis on a 2-game losing streak, losing to Pitt 8-2 yesterday. You hate to see it. St. Louis is 14-3 on the road against Pittsburgh. Flaherty coming off 3 good starts on the mound, playing very well. I'm taking Cardinals off the bounce back. Horrible day yesterday for the Cards. We're taking them on the bounce back today. Next matchup, we have the Arizona Diamondbacks versus the Colorado Rockies. Arizona opening up as road favorites at minus 115. Colorado minus 105 with the over-under at 11.5. Pitching for Arizona is Madison Bumgarner with an ERA of 4.83. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Pitching for the Rockies is Jose Urena with an ERA of 6.13. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 1 strikeout. Colorado winning 13-10 in yesterday's matchup. They're on a 3-game winning streak right now. Arizona on a 3-game losing streak. Urena, God, he's been pretty bad, giving up 17 runs in his last 3 starts. But Bumgarner, he's giving up 13. I mean, God, I don't love either. I think the over is a great play out of 11.5. I'm going to take a shot with the Rockies, plus 1.5 at home. At the 3-game winning streak, a little bit of momentum. I'm liking the over as well, though, but we'll take Rockies plus 1.5. Next matchup, we have the Los Angeles Dodgers versus San Diego Padres. Dodgers opening up as road favorites at minus 155. The Padres plus 130 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for the Dodgers is Julio Urias with an ERA of 2.29. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 2 strikeouts. Only given up 3 runs in his last 3 starts. Pitching for the Padres is Blake Snell with an ERA of 3.82. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 10 strikeouts. The Padres on a 3-game winning streak, beating the Dodgers 5-4 in yesterday's matchup. This is a tough one here. 2 good pitchers on the mound. I mean, I love Julio. Blake Snell coming off some good pitches. 2 good games in a row on the mound here. I think I'm going to take Padres plus 1.5 at home. Got a little bit of momentum coming off the Dodgers win. We'll take Padres plus 1.5. Then the last matchup on the board, we got the Atlanta Braves versus Seattle Mariners. Braves opening up as road favorites at minus 135. Seattle plus 115 with the over-under at 7. Pitching for the Braves is Max Fried with an ERA of 2.48. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Pitching for Seattle is George Kirby with an ERA of 3.15. His last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 1 run, had 2 strikeouts. We got the Braves on an 8-game winning streak, beating Seattle 6-4 in their last matchup. Yeah, it's a shame I haven't really been a part of this Braves win streak here. Love Fried on the mound, and they're just playing, playing too good right now. Kirby's been good on the mound, but Fried's been good too. So even pitching matchup here, we'll ride this streak here. We're taking Braves on the road. That's gonna be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Saturday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Sunday. Have a good one.